You guys, look at this. Oh my gosh. Tell me I don't need this. Tell me I don't need this.
You do need this. Buy it.
I do not need this.
You do.
It's a 6-foot Christmas metal rooster. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, I am outside where it honestly is the quietest place in our entire property because everyone is inside and it's quite noisy inside. So I've been trying to get this video done for some time. We've all been sick with COVID and it's been a struggle. So which is really interesting because everyone has had different symptoms of COVID this go round. The only reason why we know that we have COVID is because one of my daughters tested positive for COVID. But I myself, I have been extremely tired. So if I yawn about, I swallowed it back down. But if I yawn about 20 million times during this, I do apologize, guys. I'm just really tired. I don't know why. COVID. So anyhow, I've been working on next year's sinking funds, trying to determine where our money is going to go. I do want to plan next year with a purpose. We have a lot of milestones to celebrate, a lot of birthdays, anniversaries, and we have my daughter's graduation. So I want to be sure that we are allocating our funds for the things that we really want to spend money on and not going overboard on the things that we really could care less about. So I'm giving myself about $1,000 a month to set aside money for certain things. So I have come up with different categories and made a list of kind of like what exactly I need to save for. And that's what I'm about to go over with you guys. So I did run this by my husband and to make sure that we're both on the same page. And so anyhow, I'm happy to share it with you guys. Let me see. So, real quick, I have managed to keep the goats inside the pen now for a couple days because I had a recycle bin. I don't know if you can see that blue recycle bin. I had it pressed up against the gate where my goat with the horns had rammed it and busted the gate or busted the fence open. And so I had it pressed up against there so he couldn't, I mean, because it's heavy, it's got a lot of like yard waste in it. And so I had the lid open so he couldn't go up and put his hooves because there's a stump on the other side. But anyhow, so he's been going up to it, putting his front hooves on the trash can, but because there wasn't a lid, he wasn't able to be able to jump up. And my husband went over there and closed it. And so as soon as I came over here and I sat down, I heard a noise and I look over and he's outside the pen looking at me. And I'm like, oh man. So anyhow, I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna get him back in tonight. So anyhow, okay, here we go. Sinking funds for 2023. So the reason why it says reality is because I just did a wish list. So this is my wish list. And then I have, which I thought, I was not going too crazy with my wish list. But I was still over budget. I was over budget by $300 a month. So I had to remove some things. But anyhow, I'm just going to share with you my reality. So this is $1,000 a month sinking funds for, it's like, this is all you got, girl. So you better plan ahead. So for camps, I know that I really want the kids to be able to go to camp next year. So $350 per kid for the overnight 4-H camp, and then $50 per kid for the 4-H day camp. So there's that. That comes out to be roughly about $15 a week So I have it broken down by the week down here at the end. And then obviously then I multiplied it to get per month. So then my vacations. So it's actually not $2,600. That was like my wish list money, but we won't be doing that. So for the vacation bucket and for the graduation bucket, I'm going to talk about those together because it's basically going to be combined. There goes the goat going into my garage. I don't like him going into the garage because he poops everywhere. Anyhow, okay. Okay, so my daughter is attending Liberty University Online Academy. She has been attending that since the beginning of COVID. And I absolutely think that it was worth the money because she will be graduating with 31 college credits. And so I think that we have paid all in all about let's see. I'll do the math later. $400 a month for the past 2.5 years. So there's the math. But 31 college credits. And anyhow, so we've essentially already started paying for college for her. So her plan is to graduate, go to community college, get her associate's degree in nursing, and then double back and do the rest of her degree at Liberty University through their online platform to get her bachelor's in nursing. And then from there, she will then apply and go to, she's either going to try to do med school or she's going to just do, not just because it's not just, but she'll do nurse practitioner. So that's for her to decide. But anyhow, she does have a graduation coming up. It will be at their campus in Lynchburg, so we need to set aside some money for that. So the graduation is actually, the reason why the bucket for graduation is $900 is because we've got to go there for 2 nights. She's got to be there the night before, because, you know, waking up, her check-in is like 9 o'clock in the morning, and then the graduation ceremony is everything. And then I think I went ahead and booked because hotels are selling out for that weekend because it's everyone's graduation at Liberty. So we are going to, what I may try to do to save some money is we arrive there the night before, because I think it's like a 4 or 5 hour drive from where we live. And then we stay there that one night, but then we check out, and I don't know if we're going to go home that night or if we're going to stay somewhere else, because I'm not too thrilled with where we're staying. It was like $180, but it might as well be a Motel 6. So I'm just not too impressed with what they had available out there. And I checked Airbnb. There wasn't too many places that were available that were within my price point. Now I could rent a huge 12-bedroom house, you know, for like, you know, $13,000 a night, something stupid, but won't be doing that. So anyhow, my budget for our trip to her graduation is $900. I would love to recoup some of that and maybe put it towards her party or our vacation, but we'll see. Then, so her party. So our plan is that we're going to try to coordinate her graduation party. Originally, we were talking about doing 2 separate parties, one up north, and then one down south, because we live about 3 hours north of most of our family. But I think for cost savings, what we're going to do is we're going to do one party and invite whoever wants to go. They can, you know, go and join us down south in Virginia Beach. They can, you know, maybe take a vacation or whatever, come join us for the party if they want, and go to the graduation party down there. So, and then I'm working it out with her grandmother, who is my ex's mom. Hi, Chris Ann. We are working it out to throw her a party together. So we'll be splitting some costs there, but I have budgeted about $500 because I imagine that's probably what I'm going to be spending on like decorations and food and all that stuff. So I'm going to DIY as much as I can for her party in terms of decorations. And I know Chris Ann's really crafty, so it'll be nice. I know that it's going to be nice, and we'll be able to do it on a budget. So, and then what I'm planning on doing is hopefully scheduling her graduation party if we can get it around the same time as my family reunion. It just all depends on where we're trying to have it at. I think we were going to try to see if we could have it at her grandmother's church. If we're not able to have it at the church, we have some other options, but just trying to see like venue wise where we can have the party at. But I am trying to coordinate it around the 4th of July weekend, because that's when I have my family reunion. So I'll be down there anyways. So I'm trying to cut gas, guys. See how I'm putting all these pieces together. Plus, not to mention, Veronica, a lot of her friends are going to be graduating at the same time, and she wants her friends to be able to go to her graduation. And so this was a good, like, graduation parties will be done by then. And so she's already kind of talked to me about maybe her friends coming with us to her graduation down south, which sounds like the perfect plan. So, and then for our family vacation next year, I'm hoping to just kind of combine it and just do an extended stay in Virginia Beach around that time for the graduation party, my family reunion, and spend more time with my grandmother. I'm really trying to spend as much time with my grandmother as I can. So just kind of tack all that into one. And that will be kind of like our one away trip next year. And then I would also like to do a staycation when the kids are at overnight camp. So when the kids are overnight camp in August, I think that's the same week that my second oldest has her like annual girls vacation. And so we may end up being home by ourselves and just have a staycation here at the house and go do like all the history museums and stuff in DC, because like no one likes those except for us. So, and then so that's for vacations and graduation party. And then we have our medical spending. So we do have my daughter who's in therapy. She gets 50 visits per year. I just went ahead and budgeted it out. That's $1,500, and then dental, just in case someone needs some dental work done, $250. Vision, I actually can decrease down because my 17-year-old will be turning 18. She is actually starting to work, and she is going to be budgeting for her own medical. I am going to do a whole separate video probably next week on my plan for her. So she's going to be starting to budget for her own medical, her own food, her own, you know, all those things. Because I think it's important that while she's working, that she continues to develop positive spending habits. She already has excellent, she can save all day long, but, now she's got to learn to, okay, because, you know, all this time she's been able to save all this money, but she's been able to save all that money because I pay for everything, right? So I want her to develop positive spending habits, setting aside things. So we'll go through all that in the next couple weeks, probably next week, because she starts her first job on Thursday. I'm so excited for her. But anyhow, so then we have $375 for appointments. That's like if you just need to go to the doctor or specialist, and then medications. And then menstrual, I am going to try to use that on my HSA card to get that discount. And then ortho appointments, this is her orthodontic plan. And then just emergencies, $350. Now we do use the flex spending card. So we will max out what we can. And then I will be budgeting $11.63 after that weekly. And then homesteading, I think we're going to have to wait on that cow. It is about, a Jersey cow is about $2,000. So with just everything going on next year, plus, you know, I think we're going to just wait on that cow. So, but if anyone wants a goat, I'll give it to you for free. Just come get it. As he eats my garden over there. Okay. Anyhow. So I think what we're going to do, I put $350 in there just in case we need to repair the fence because of goats. And then 125, I do want to expand my vegetable and fruit garden next year. I am a first-time gardener this year, and I want to expand it to maybe double, because this year it was more so a snacking garden. Next year I want to have a little bit more self-sustaining harvest. So, and then we talked about graduation party, house updates. So flower garden, I don't really have a lot of plants around the house. Don't really have a lot of shrubbery or flowers. So I want to start getting the pieces that I really want. Like I really want more hydrangeas. Those take time to really see the yield, see them, you know, mature. And so I want to get them in the ground as soon as I can. I do have one that I bought last year. So hopefully within the next couple years I can maybe propagate some of it into another location. But so I'm gonna $50, guys, that's gonna be it. So I might get on the seed swap and see if I can do some seed swapping, or just continue to propagate if people want to give me plants. So, and then $250, I'm sorry, not 250, 2,500. So I am going to try to do our own built-ins. I am pretty savvy. I can do, if there's anything that I want to, I can do stuff. I don't know. I'm losing my brain. It's COVID fog. Our last house, I will insert some pictures here, but in our last house, we did a lot in that house. And so I feel like I can definitely do some built-ins myself. So my plan is to do the built-ins in our living room, and I don't think it's probably going to cost $2,500. I think I can probably get it done less than $1,000, as long as the price of, you know, cabinets and plywood and stuff don't continue to go up. But I think I can get it done. We'll see. So, and then birthdays. My kids who are watching this, they're gonna be like, "What? Mom's only gonna give me $100." Look, mom's on a budget, okay? So I am thinking of creative ways for birthdays. Hi, buddy. You wanna say hi? Mateo. What are you doing, boy? I'm not throwing the ball. Just not. Bye. You see the goat? He gets on my nerves. Anyhow. So yes, $100 for birthdays. In the past, guys, it's been, I mean, definitely it's not like I spend that kind of money every year, but I can tell you in the years past, like depending on the birthday, if we throw a party, we go all out. And I know, for instance, for my daughter's last birthday, or my 17-year-old's birthday, I want to say we spent $1,400 on her birthday. And that's why we're broke, guys. Oh my God. No, that was stupid. But to be fair, not like it justifies, but my 17-year-old had not had a birthday party in like 10 years. And so it was her 17th, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna do it big. We're gonna do it big because we're not doing a quinceañera, we're not doing a sweet 16. So we rented out a paint studio, and they did like a paint instruction. But anyhow, so yeah, this coming up year is gonna be really different. But you know what? I have no doubt that I will make it equally as special and equally as nice. So I'll do a whole video on a big birthday for $100. And then Christmas, my budget next year is $1,000. So I'm trying to get away from material, you know, just like consumerism and just spending on stuff that, like, for instance, my daughter got a necklace last year for Christmas from her sister that was like probably $30, and it was really nice. It was like one of those where you look into it and you see a picture. it accidentally got thrown away. Like, it never even made it. It was gone within the hour. So we're trying to really cut back on those types of things and do more family moments. I want family moments. So for our 10th anniversary, I am budgeting $500. It is our 10th anniversary. Not sure what we're gonna do yet, but we'll see. So our budget is $500. Back to school, $150. Clothes and shoes, $600, and clothes, $750. So that really is, the shoes and the clothes is really for me and the kids, me and the two little ones, because my husband told me not too long ago that he gets a clothing allowance. So we're gonna try to use that. I think it's like $1,200 for the year, broken up quarterly. So when that money comes in, I'm just gonna set that aside for him, and he can use that money to buy like all his whatever he needs. So, and then $600 for haircuts, and then $1,300 for oil changes and maintenance. So that is where I'm going to be putting our money next year. If you think that I've left out a category, please let me know. So this isn't that, like, this doesn't include like the 4 walls. It doesn't include like debt repayment, obviously. Our regular savings. All that is separate. So let me know. Who's that good looking? Oh, that's me. That's me.